I hope my colleagues they brief you of what we do at Teachers Fund. So just let me add something small to what they've already said. I hope you are aware that this fund was established by NAC, and you all know that it was established in 1998. For the fund, we have the National Council, which is the overall visibility of it. So they put together a board. So we have a 15-member board. 3 members are external, people with various expertise in finance, law, and then the others. So we select these people to come and then team with our regional reps. So we have 10 regional reps of the various NAT regions. We have 16 regions, but NAT currently has 10 regions. So we select each member. And then National Council also brings 2 people. That is the General Secretary, and then another member, also a rep of National Executive. Okay, so that person comes in as a chairman of Teachers Fund. So in fact, if you look at in terms of the role of the board, they also always ensure accountability, transparency, and also to ensure that the members' contributions are effectively managed. So for the board, they have to also set up the overall policy of the fund, and then also ensure that they have oversight, responsibility, or visibility of the fund, and also provide strategic decisions for management to follow. So we management, the board delegates the responsibility to us, and then we ensure that we also implement those decisions. And apart from that, at the fund level, we have the CEO, I'm the CEO. We have also have 12 other departments, but we also have executive management. So the executive management is made up of chief internal auditor, and then we also have risk and compliance, the chief risk officer. So that unit we have compliance, and then we have risk. But when you come to finance, we have 2 departments. We have the chief finance officer. Under him, we have the head of the finance or accounts, and then we have HR. Then we have operations. So if you go to operations, operation man is the level teacher. He has he's in terms of his visibility or the areas he supervises are many. So there we have the credit department, we have operations, we have IT, we have marketing. He has oversight responsibility of this unit, and we also have investment. So that is the management team of the fund. So we ensure that we manage the fund to the best of our knowledge, and then for also for the fund. And I must say that if you look back as to when the fund was established and where it is today, it has made a lot of inroads. In fact, as we speak, the value of the fund is about 4.2 billion Ghana cedis, which is very huge. And then in terms of the assets within the portfolio, I would say that the loans to members is huge. So, because out of the 4.5 billion, loan to members are now hovering around 2.7 billion Ghana cedis. So if you do the permutation, you realize almost about 70% of the portfolio has been invested back to members. So it's also like a retirement supplement, and we usually hear from members that interest rates are very low, but we must also find a thin line between giving credit to members and when members are also going out, when they are exiting the fund, when they retire. We should also be able to compensate them so that they will also be satisfied, because we have various investment vehicles. So we want to do that. We will study the environment as and when interest rates are coming down, also adjust our interest rates accordingly. But for now on the market, our rate is the lowest. If you go to the market, our interest rate is the lowest. And we also want to make sure that we sweat the assets of the fund, the one that we are investing somewhere. Because like I said, if we take the difference between the 4.5 and then the 2.7, which has been given to the members, the difference, we have to sweat it to generate enough return to also add to whatever that when you retire you take. So I want to assure you that your fund is well managed. Our 2024 account is not yet ready. It's almost ready. The auditors are done, and I must say that for 2024, the profit we made was 316 million Ghana cedis. And if you compare the fact, it beats most of the banks. For 2025, as of September, the profit that we've made is 282 million Ghana cedis. So we have 1 quarter to go. So my expectation is that by the time the year ends, we should be able to make a profit of around 400 million Ghana cedis. Wow. Yes. So I want to assure you that your fund is in safe hands. In terms of governance, the governance structure is very strong. Like I mentioned earlier, we have internal audit, risks and compliance. And we make sure that no funds are dissipated. We make sure they are fully utilized to the benefits of the fund and the members. So on this note, I want to welcome you. Unfortunately, there was some mishap. What we have planned for you is that, in fact, we should have provided you with lunch, water, and everything. I think water has been provided. And then, not that, so I'm going to give each member 100 Ghana cedis. Before I actually conclude my speech, I want to take this opportunity to encourage members, those who are contributing below or just the basic contribution. I want to plead with you to also increase your contribution. When you retire, you really appreciate what I'm telling you. So please, if you are basic contributor, ensure that you increase your contribution. And my colleagues or my staff, they have already briefed about our digitalized platform. In fact, we want to increase the speed and then to make sure that we serve the best and the best going forward. Thank you very much.